Hey guys, it's Drew. Today I just wanted to share with you this mini album I created titled A Year to Remember. I used the Mariposa papers, and this is just a matte stack I used on this one. So it's a 4.5 by 6 inch mini album. And it's up for sale on my eBay store, and the link is in the description below, and I think it has a couple more days left, like 5 or 6 days left, so some good amount of time to start bidding on it. And I used lots of fun embellishments and things in here. So what I first did was I inked up some alphabets that I got. It's from a die cut. It was a die cut alphabet set that I got it like Tuesday morning a while ago. And I titled it A Year to Remember, and the remember is just a masked letters that I inked with some tea-dye distressing ink. And then I cut out this like scallop circle and added this in the center of it, and I'm not sure what Cricut cartridge that's from, but it's from, I think it was from Accent Essentials. And then I used some I Am Roses flowers and some Recollections roses, and then some ribbons and things behind that, and lots of Prima bling, so you can see that the Prima leaf bling right there, and another one here, and this large flower bling, and then some flourish blings, and just lots of bling on this, or more like pearls. They're more Prima pearls. And then I added on some of these glittery Prima leaves. They're really pretty. And then I added on some of these little like ribbons and jute rope and cotton cording and hemp and things just coming out just to kind of fill up this area a little bit more and make it look a little bit more rustic. And I added on one of these handmade flowers I got from Diane. Thanks so much, Diane. And Arlene has a video on these if you guys want to check it out. She's from My Butterfly Kisses. A great tutorial. And then I just covered the background with some paper, and I inked all the edges in the tea-dye distressing ink, and then I added on some of my favorite lace. If you guys know where to get that lace at, if you could see that, it's from Hobby Lobby, I know that, but I don't have a Hobby Lobby anywhere where I live, and Nancy got it for me, and she can't get any more. So if you guys know where to get this, please contact me, and I will definitely buy some from you. So I got that, and I think that's all. And then I bound it with 3 binding rings, and I just added on some laces, some sheer ribbons, some American crafts, some vintage rickrack trim, some satins, just some nice ribbons to kind of fill it up. And I have a lot more detailed photos on my eBay store. It has photos of every single page, all the embellishments, close-up pictures, everything. And then I have these little pull tabs, if you can see them, all along the edge here. They're little ribbon pull tabs, and this is American Crafts ribbon. And you just kind of pull it, and it flips to the next page. So this is my first page here. It has a stitched photo mat that I stitched using my sewing machine. And I added on some ribbon, some more American Crafts, and then I added on some Prima flowers and some punched flowers. I really love how the punched flowers turn out. I kind of punched out a flower out of some craft cardstock, and then I added on top of it a just a little another die cut flower and some cream cardstock, and then I attached on just a Prima flower and another flower, and then a little tab is hidden behind there. And I love the paper. You could add journaling here, or you could add a photo over the top of it, and all your pictures slide under the embellishments. On this page it's actually 2 photo mats, this photo mat and this one, but I just covered up the center area using some doily lace that I inked to add some dimension. And then I added some ribbon to the top corner here, and they're all stitched again, and some Mariposa papers all inked around the edges. And then on here I added some vintage buttons and some Prima flowers with a red Prima flower and another vintage button, and some Kane Company epoxy stickers. This one says love, and some more of that jute roping, and then again one of the little pull tabs there. We go into the next page, and on this page there is a little journaling spot that is attached to the top corner, and some satin trim that goes, or ribbon that goes across the bottom here, and another stitched photo mat. I love this paper. And then a red, or a light, very light blue Prima flower with a white button in it, and then an I Am Roses daisy, and I just inked that with some tea-dye distressing ink, and then some epoxy sticker in the center. And that paper right here is all foiled. It's really pretty. And I inked all the edges again, And on this page I did the same thing. I added a stitched photo mat. All the photo mats are stitched. It's either zigzag or straight. This one's straight stitched. And I added on some more American Crafts ribbon that I tied in knots and attached around the corners. And then a little epoxy sticker that says Inspire. And some more of those punched flowers here and here. And then an I Am Roses vintage brown rose and some I Am Roses leaves. And a Prima flower underneath that. So that finishes up that page. And then on the next page we have this, and there is my favorite lace again. So if you can see that a little bit better there, it's really pretty. So I'm just going to kind of show you that. It looks like that. I love that lace. I just don't know where to get any more of it from. So please email me if you could get that. And then some more of this, or these are I Am Roses Maple Leafs, and this is a Tim Holtz Dodge ticket that says Live, and then a Maya Road Bingo chip. And then an I Am Roses Flower Inkton tea dye and a little button on there. And then the next page I have some more of that paper, and I didn't want to cover up this bird cage right here because I absolutely love the way it looks. And then I added on a grow. I love how this collage area kind of turned out. A little grow epoxy sticker, and then another one of the little pull tabs, an inked I Am Roses hydrangea, and then some American Crafts stitched ribbon, and again a stitched photo mat, and some of that cording going up the edge there, and then a little feather coming out of the flowers over there. So really pretty. I love how this album turned out. And then some more of the paper, and I love this paper. It's a foiled birdcage paper. I'm pretty sure all of you guys have seen it. Foiled birdcage. And then I have some more paper, perfect for journaling, with a white gel pen and a photo on top of it, or whatever you'd like to do with that. Some more of the cording going across the bottom. Some vintage buttons here and here. These are real vintage buttons. And then I attached on some ribbon and this little piece that says Beauty. And all your pictures slide underneath that. It's just attached to the top of the ribbon. And then another Prima hydrangea, and then another punched flower in the center of that. And on the next page we have a double photo mat page. And I kind of mimicked the page. What I did was I used some I Am Roses petals. I have the I Am Roses daisies, hydrangeas, mini daisies, and the petals. And so I used the I Am Roses petals, and they're the five petal petals, and I just inked the edges in the tea dye distress ink. I buy all my flowers white so I could do whatever I want to them. Then I added some epoxy stickers, another file tab, and then two buttons, a large and a small, here, 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 and here, and then I used some cotton cording around there, and another file tab. Some really pretty paper in the background. It's glittery butterflies, so if you can see that. And then on this page, sorry guys, I have to make sure I'm in the camera frame. I put this Hope epoxy sticker up here, another photo mat, some more of that jute rope, and then I added some of this really pretty silver trim, and there's a really pretty butterfly down here, and some Prima flowers, some more Prima flowers, and then another vintage button. And on my last page, I added on another file tab, two photo mats that I stitched some of that sheer ribbon. And then it says Heirloom down here, and there's a little clothespin that I attached so you could attach whatever you want inside of there. And then two little Prima, or a Prima flower and another Prima flower layer, and then two vintage buttons. And this is a shank button, so it's dimensional, and a file tab. And then the back of it has a spot for your family's name, date, title, whatever you'd like to put back there. Just depends on what you want to do. So that finishes up my A Year to Remember mini album, and again you could purchase this on my eBay store. The link is in the description below, as well as on my blog. You'll find it right when you type in scrappyhappiness.com. It's right there. You'll see eBay. It's right under my Drew Michael Designs blog. There's a whole list of different links to go to. So just head over there, and again, if you guys know where this lace is, please email me. I know it's from Hobby Lobby, and thank you so much for watching, guys, and have an awesome day. Bye.